Too Hot for This Kitchen. It's a live and viral thing we got going on here. We want to cook for you. We want you all to eat our food. We do this on the internet. We do this in front of you. We're doing this right now in front of you for the internet.
We got a list. We're checking it twice. Let's do it.
Don't shame competition won't go. See the fact that I got it going on, get fame. Don't shame competition won't go. See the fact that I got it going on, get fame. Don't shame competition won't go. See the fact that I got it going on, get fame. Don't shame competition won't go. See love through my screen,
So I had like a realization at one point, like why do people come and look at music? Like, is it more or less like arbitrary? Like, what stops someone from coming in and looking at cooking? Well, why don't you all show up to party and look at someone cook? And so we did that.
Explaining Too Hot for This Kitchen to someone who's never seen it would be a little bit challenging.
It is a cooking show with a bit of comedy, or maybe it's a comedy show with a bit of cooking.
I was in a philosophy class last semester. It was the philosophy of art, and we had a creative project that was assigned at the very beginning of the semester with no guidelines. I made a joke to a friend about having a cooking show, and so I had a cooking show. I wanted to put comedy, and kind of comedy for people our age who are all kind of growing up with the internet and like making fun of everything. So one of the things we learned about in the class was the concept of Ras, which is in the Indian philosophy where there's 7 Rases. There's fear and tragedy, love, all those things. And one of them is comic or cheer, and it's any kind of comedy, but I had not yet seen that one in cooking shows yet, so I wanted to try my hand at it. Ooh, Pan's giving us a little bit of attitude. Don't worry, Pan, don't worry. Sip of wine, Pan, relax. I'd probably say that I've been cooking for about 3 years. I'm not a professionally trained chef in any way or a professionally trained comedian, but what I do is fun for me. I definitely get my inspiration from people like Rachel Ray or even Emerald, who try to be exciting and engage the audience and do things that the audience will remember so it feels more like episodic or a production or a show, because I think it's a lot of fun to experience cooking that way and experience it as a live performance. On this cold and rainy Wednesday night, I couldn't think of anything better than a little bit of chicken tortilla soup or veggie
That's what we got
tortilla
going on
soup.
today?
Yeah, that's what we got going on today. See, special guest is so special, he doesn't even know what we're cooking. It's all up here.
I go to San Francisco State and I study linguistics. I like writing a lot, so I really like words, and I really like psychology, and I really like sociology. And I like science, but I like creativity, and this seems to be at the center of all of those. What do they call that? They call that
Electron
mitosis.
microscope.
It just enters my body.
Oh!
I see it and I know it. Osmosis.
Osmosis.
Mitosis, I cut myself in half. I'm now you.
Yeah!
I am very eager and willing to learn. I really, really like learning. It's probably my favorite thing to do. We have hard paper products. They go in the blue ribbon. When you have soft paper products, they go in the black bin.
Kyle and I have been friends since 7th grade, so about 10 years now. And we've just always been very good friends, always had the same sense of humor. So I think that's where it stems from as a project partner choice.
How do you feel chickens are treated in our society today?
I have found that chickens have lost about 30% of the representation they had in 1991.
30%.
The episodes seem to be the ones that are more planned. Like after a while when there hasn't been an episode, it's like, okay, it's time to get another one going, let's start hitting stuff up. While the live shows seem to be a little bit more incidental. The first time we did was I have a band that we put on a show in Phil's garage, and then afterward I was like, hey Phil, I have an idea, you should cook right after the show in your kitchen and everyone will move from the garage to the living room and do that.
Kyle and I will go back and forth just saying ridiculous things to make each other laugh, and so I thought that if I just put that on camera while I was doing something with my hands, that it would kind of bridge the two together so that there's a focus on the food, and you can still, if you follow the recipe that I'm giving you, you will cook the food, but it's not meant to be a purely recipe, it's kind of an act.
We're gonna see you next time.
Thank you.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Have a good one, okay?
2 weeks,
Don't
too
move.
hot for this kitchen. Mwah, have a good night.
Thank you.
No sleep, competition on game.